For full episodes of the Diverse Mentality podcast, check the links in the description below. The full video version is available on the main channel, and the audio version is available on your favorite streaming platforms such as Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and more. So speaking of NBA YoungBoy Lil Durk has not stopped his reign of terror. Let's just say that. He's terrorizing all of his ops. He dropped a track. Essentially, this is like the deluxe version of the album, almost, even though he only dropped one record. The album artwork changed to red, by the way, once the song dropped, instead of orange, how it normally was. So the track is titled Computer Murderers.
Damn.
And this title was technically the Aha Part 2 song. That's what he meant.
Oh, when he
this
said
track,
yeah.
yeah, Aha Part 2. So when I listened to Computer Murderers, I was expecting it to be mainly shots at NBA YoungBoy, but he's dissing his other ops that he's dealing with in Chicago, which is the FBG crew and all of them over there. I can't name every single gang, but FBG is one of the main ones. And Wooski is FBG Wooski. He's one of Durk's ops. I don't know the origins of that, so I'm not going to speak on that because I have no idea how it got bad. But obviously, anybody with FBG, whether it's Duck, whether it's Wooski, whoever else, is not cool with Durk, 600, 300 gang, all that. In the song, he blatantly, makes fun of the fact that Wooski got shot in the head. So Wooski was attending somebody's funeral, I believe, and he was shot in the head in 2018. So when he did get shot in the head, obviously it affected the way he raps, the way he talks.
Oh, of course,
Yeah, so he kind of makes fun of him for that. And he's actually mentioned Wooski quite a few times in different records. Like Should Have Ducked, we listened to that with Pooh Shiesty. He mentioned Wooski on there. Records like that. So let's go over a little bit of the lyrics. He said, this is straight the first verse. Let me actually get the bars completely out, because right here they show it, but they don't have the full thing.
Lil Durk's letting loose.
Yeah, and he said on his Instagram, by the way, that he's giving a spanking to anybody that responds.
Ooh.
So I'll read that word for word. But right off the bat, the first verse starts out, check on your mans. I heard he got hit in the head, but he almost died. So I can say his name because he ain't dead. You know how you can, he said, but he almost died. So I can say his name because he ain't dead. Because usually people get mad if you say someone's dead name. But he's like, since he didn't die, I can say his name. So after he says that bar, he says in the background, Wooski. That's what in the video he yells it out. Yeah. How you let a guy vouch for you who just got out the feds. What he's talking about is NBA YoungBoy. NBA YoungBoy on his diss track was talking about he's bumping Wooski. He fucks with him, blah, blah, blah. So he's basically saying, how do you let somebody vouch for you like that just got out of the feds? He's a snitch, essentially is what he's referring to NBA YoungBoy. So he takes a quick shot at NBA YoungBoy. But then the rest of this is about FBG, the whole gang over there. He continues the verse and says, sneaking pics by Von Mural like bro won't come out and spin. And who was doing that was FBG Cash. He took a photo in front of King Von's mural. And in the caption, let me read this because he posted on his Instagram caption.
Crazy.
He said, whole world witnessed yo man sniper get his shit splat. In the caption, while he was in front of the mural of King Von. Clearly, he's throwing the middle finger up. So it's a shot at Durk, King Von, all of them. So he said in the verse that sneaking pics by Von's mural like your bro, like little bro won't come out and spin, meaning like we'll get you for that. Continuing on, let's just see.
Damn, this shit is this dissing, killing is getting too big, too crazy.
Yeah,
they're going forward. The guy was right when he was saying this is as big as Pac and Biggie.
What are you talking about? Oh, we didn't mention that last episode.
Yeah,
talking about Fulio. Fulio said,
yeah,
it's probably getting as big as Pac and Biggie. In terms of gang war, yeah, it could be that.
I mean, it's only getting crazier and
It's
crazier.
actually worse. More people have died than Pac and Biggie. I mean, we don't know the extent. That's the thing. When people want me to cover Pac versus Biggie, I think they want me to cover mainly the extent of what happened with that battle. Because now we have cameras. Now we have a lot of people talking. Now we have footage of a lot of things. We have social media. Back then, we didn't know the effects of Pac and Biggie really beefing. How many people did it get killed? How many? We don't know that. Here, we can kind of Plus, the rappers just speak on it. Back then, they didn't really speak on, like,
Right.
they would diss, like, I'll fuck your bitch, you fat motherfucker.
Nah, we on a different world now.
Yeah, so,
Different
yeah, so
time.
Durk ain't letting shit slide. Immediately after this, by the way, FBG Cash responded.
Oh shit.
He dropped his own response record. It's called Step Was Coming.
Step was coming.
Or Step Was Come. My bad.
Step was coming.
So you know Big Stepper. If you're a Big Stepper, you cause them
Mhm.
problems. It's with Ruga. So FBG Cash and Ruga. So they responded with their record if you want to check that out. So I'm sure Durk is going to, this is what Durk said on Instagram, by the way. And I actually screenshot it because he probably would end up removing it. He said, belt to the ass for everybody. We just waiting. And then he said, RIP D-Thing, RIP Von. These two different belts. Wham, wham, wham. So
Gee.
he ain't letting it slide. So.
He want to go to war with everybody.
And it's, you know what's the crazy thing? It's working for him. Like the numbers, he's selling the most albums right now. It's actually media like unfortunately violence like this and controversy sells, man. Whether people want to admit it. The crazy thing is who was I watching? I was literally watching a day ago. The guy was like, record labels don't give a shit. We were talking about that. That was Vince Staples, but I'm talking about like a different. Somebody else I was watching was like.
Was it that young guy?
There you go. Okay, so
Yeah.
I hear. So Chief Keef's videographer. I just ran into this video, and I want to bring him here because it was an interesting guy. His name is High Def. He was talking about how Chief Keef doesn't handle his business right, and how at the time when he was popping, he didn't show up for the Hate Being Sober video, all that stuff. With the 50 and Wiz Khalifa, that record, he didn't show up, and he was just a kid getting 30,000 a day, would blow it, and just, you know, reckless. Didn't know about business, 16, 17 years old, makes sense, right? He then talks about when Chief Keef hung out with 50 and what 50 told him. 50 told him, listen, these record labels, they're just going to throw money at you guys. They don't give a fuck. If you guys die, they don't care if you guys murder each other. He's like, it's going to sell records. 50 said this.
50 told
which
him
I'm
that?
surprised this came out 50. Usually doesn't speak like this in public. I don't know. So I don't know that guy. Yeah, I've never heard 50 say this like in public.
Yeah.
So yeah, he said, listen, Interscope Records, they're going to sign, they signed you, Chief Keef, but all they give a shit, they like that street shit. They want you to keep doing this and sell as many records. And if you die or somebody close to you dies, they don't care because it just keeps bringing them money.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, for them, it's just to make money.
Yeah, that's
die or
literally-
live, they don't get.
Unfortunately,
two
yeah,
fucks. It's
that's what it is.
Disgusting, but
So 50 told him that. And I think that the guy said it kind of rubbed Chief Keef the wrong way. And then that's why Chief Keef stopped fucking with 50.
damn.
Because he basically said, you're being used, is what you're saying. And he's right, man. It's labels are using these artists.
And you think that's one of the reasons why he also kind of like
That's what
step
the
back,
guy
you know?
guy said.
Yeah.
The guy said he
because that's a good shit.
that's what that
keeping it-
guy said. Yeah. He said
Whether you like it or not, he's keeping it real with you.
I mean, I always knew Chief Keef wasn't going to be like mainstream popular. You can tell he didn't want it like that. Like he didn't, not that he doesn't have the talent for it. Obviously he did. Love Sosa.
I don't think he likes attention much.
Yeah, he
getting
didn't
from
want to do
there.
interviews, didn't
Yeah.
really want to talk. And then when you look at Lil Durk early on, I could tell he was very open interviews. Like, so I could tell Lil Durk was going to blow up more than Chief Keef. It was just a matter of time. You know, it took a long time. Don't get me wrong. He blew up in 2012, 2013 with This Ain't What You Want, and what's the Bang Bros record, and a bunch of other records that he had. And then the label kind of shelved him. He had issues, started making love songs, kind of fell off there. But then now he's back in #1 right now. So
Yeah.
um,
I'm sure every label wants.
yeah, he's with Alamo Records right now. So he's not.
I think that's what he
independent.
said, $1 million. Yeah.
Yeah, so 40 million they're giving him, whatever. So yeah, this is what's going on with Lil Durk right now. So I've done the NBA YoungBoy versus Durk video. I've covered it until literally right now. Like I've been updating it every day if something new pops up, and I add it in the video. But I'll drop it, and then if new stuff comes out down the line, I'll probably update the documentary in like 2 years or something. Just kind of give a.
You think that when he said that to Chief Keef about Interscope Records, blah blah blah, you know, all that shit about, you know, they don't give a fuck.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
give his money. You think that something had to do with 50 when he was doing all this crazy shit? They're probably just like 50
Yeah, he
noticed
didn't-
and learned from it.
Yeah, he didn't give a fuck about
Yeah.
At the time, he didn't like Interscope Records, so he probably just told him straight up, "Hey, this is what Interscope's doing to you guys. You guys don't even know,"
Yeah.
because he didn't like Interscope at the time. So, this is 2012.
No, I'm saying like he probably realized it even from the beginning. Like, you know, I'm doing all this gangster shit because that shit was, you know,
Yeah.
they was selling records too, man.
No, dude.
Yeah.
Controversy
Yeah.
sells regardless. You talk shit, a shooting happens, Megan Thee Stallion, Tory Lanez, controversy, anything negative sells. That's just the reality we live in. I try to stay away from doing documentaries as much as I can, but I even realize there are channels that are blowing up way quicker than me, way faster, but all they're doing is covering negative violence. That's it. Because that's all people want. They DM me, hey, do this. I want to talk about this beef. And I get it. It's interesting. But, you know, these are legit people dying. Like, this is not a video game where it's like jokes and songs and, yeah, we're just doing this for entertainment. No, it's gotten worse. Like, it's not just entertainment at this point. This is real life shit.